Hello and welcome to today's English class. So first of all, guys, can we all turn to wave and say a big hello to our friends on camera? Hello. And we'll begin by doing our meditation sequence. So I will sit down, take 2 fingers, find our heart center, left hand on our lap, and close our eyes. And when you're ready, guys, you can open your eyes and come back to the room. Excellent. And next we'll do our stretching sequence. So let's stand up and push in our chairs. And we'll begin by stretching up high to the sky. And now let's go down low, touch your toes. Let's go back up high. And this time, can we go tippy toe high? And while we're there, let's have a wave. And now, let's go back down, touch your toes. Stand up straight, hands on hips. Let's have a wiggle. Wiggle side to side. Stop. And let's have another wiggle. Wiggle side to side. Stop. Forwards, backwards. Forwards, backwards. Forwards, backwards. And stop. And now we'll go round and round. Round and round. Round and round. And stop. Now can we go back the other way? Round and round. Round and round. Round and round. And stop. And to finish, we'll do 5 star jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent, guys. Have a seat. So who can tell me what type of words we were learning about in English class last lesson? Excellent. That's correct. We learned about action verbs. A, C, T, I, O, N. Action. And then verbs. V, E, R, B, S. All together, guys, action verbs. Action verbs are words that describe things that we do. Anything we do in English is an action verb. For example, now, talk. T, A, L, K is an example of action verb. And now, as a recap of the previous lesson, I'm going to ask all of my students to give me one action verb. And let's see what answers we can get. So we'll begin with Lackout. Can you give me an action verb? Anything that you do. Draw. Excellent. We draw a picture. So how do we spell draw, guys? R-A-W. Draw. Great answer. Reu, can you give me an action verb? Run. Excellent. We can run in the park. Okay. R-U-N. And let's try to get a different action verb for everybody. So, Bangpon, can you give me an action verb? What do you do in the morning? Eat. Excellent. We eat food. So, eat is an action verb. E-A-T. Dan. Dance. We can dance at the party. D-A-N-C-E. Net. Bangpon said we can eat. But what about if we want water? What? Drink. We drink water. So let's start a new column here. D-R-I-N-K. Bangpon. What can we, Pakbung. What can we do when we want something? Sleep. If we are tired, we will sleep. S-L-E-E-P. Great answer, Pakbung. Pat, can you give me an action verb? Here's a clue. What are you all doing now? I stand. Sit. Sit is something we do. So sit is an action verb. S-I-T. Nadia. Swim. Excellent. W-I-M. And finally, chew. Can you give me an action verb? Any words in English that is perfect? Jump. Sometimes we can jump. U-M-P. Excellent, guys. Very well remembered. So we had talk, draw, run, eat, dance, drink, sleep, sit, swim, jump. All of these words are action verbs. Excellent, guys. Well remembered. And what we're going to move on to look at now is another type of verb. Not so much an action verb, it's a helping verb. Because what these verbs do, we can put them in front of the action verbs to help us say something. So let's write the word helping verbs. H-E-L-P-I-N-G. And then verbs, V-E-R-B-S. And for this lesson, we're going to be talking about one helping verb in particular. Whenever we have to do something, there is one word that we can say, one helping verb that we can use, beginning with M. Anybody have any ideas? If we should do something, we say must. Must. U-S-T. Must. For example, must talk. Must draw. Must sleep. Must eat. Okay? If we have to do something, the word or the helping verb we use before the action verb must. Okay? But if we're not to do something, if we should not do something, we don't say must, we say must not. Okay? M-U-S-T. Must not. How do we spell not, guys? N-O-T. Excellent. So you can see we can use either one if we have to do something, must, or if we should not do something, must not, followed by action verb. And usually when we speak to someone, we say Y-O-U. So let's practice a few together. Let's do must first. You must run. You must sit. You must jump. You must dance. Okay, must when we have to do something. But when we should not do something, must not. You must not run. You must not eat. You must not talk. You must not swim or sleep. Well, you notice how our helping verbs and our action verbs can go together to create the phrase. Excellent, guys. That was very well done. And what we're going to do now is we're going to have a look at a PowerPoint presentation to show how we can use our helping verbs must and must not in other phrases and sentences. So let's all turn to have a look at the TV screen, guys. So let's take a look at our PowerPoint presentation about our phrases for today. Must or must not. That's right, guys. If we should do something, we say to our friends, you must. Or I must. But if we should not do something, we say to our friends, you must not. Or I must not. So let's look at some examples. Okay, what do we think here? What can we see in the sign? Not talk, yes. Notice, if we shouldn't do something in signs, you will normally see the red circle and then a red line going through. This is telling you you must not. So the sentence we will use, you must be quiet. Okay? No talking. You must be quiet. But this sign, notice, no red circle and no red line. So do you think we can talk here? Yes. So we will say, you must talk. Okay, now notice the reds here again. We've got the red circle and the red line going through. And what can you see in the picture? Fish. And what do you think's happening here? Can you see above the fish? This is a hook. Somebody is trying to fish. But what does the red circle and the red line tell us? Must not. So we will say, you must not fish. Now here, notice no red. So this is telling us we must. Remember in previous lessons, when we were in the park, after we finish with a drink or some food, what do we have to do? Remember the word litter? Where do we put litter, Lacko? In the bin. You must put the litter On the bin. Or in the bin. Yes, you must. Now, I think you see this sign quite often. I think we have it in our classroom over there. What do you think? What can you see in the picture? Excellent. You can see a picture of a cigarette. But the red circle and the red line tells us no, must not. So no smoking, this is called the no smoking sign. But if we say in a sentence, we will say, you must not smoke. And then this one. This is something we have to do many times during the day, especially before we eat food. What can you see happening in the picture, guys? Hands, washing. So we will say, you must wash your hands. Excellent. So let's go through them one more time. First one, you must be quiet. You must talk. You must not fish. You must put the litter on the bin. On the bin or in the bin. Depends on the type of bin. You must not smoke. Yes, very unhealthy, bad for you. Never smoke. You must wash your hands. Wash my hands or wash your hands. It's okay. Now, quiz time. Let's see if we can remember must or must not. So what do we think? The red sign. You must be quiet. You must not fish. You must talk. You must not smoke. You must put the litter on the bin. You must wash your hands. Any questions, guys? Excellent. Very well done. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the PowerPoint presentation to learn more about the phrases in today's lesson. We call them auxiliary verbs, but a better term for students to understand, helping verbs, because they help the main verb in a sentence. And our two phrases, guys, must and must not. And we'll practice again some more very soon. But for now, it's time for our stretch sequence. So let's stand up and push in our chairs. And for this sequence, I think we'll sing a song together. We'll do a round of head, shoulders, knees, and toes. So are we ready, guys? Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Knees and toes. Eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Knees and toes. Excellent. Okay. We're going to do it one more time, and we'll start doing it slowly, and then we'll do it quickly. Okay, guys? Ready? Head, shoulders, knees and toes. Knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes. Knees and toes. Eyes and ears and mouth and nose, head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. And to finish, let's do 5 jumps straight off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent, guys. Have a seat. And teachers, it's now time for our flashcard part of the lesson. But what we'll ask our students to do first is to remember the 2 phrases that we're using. So guys, if we should do something, what do we say? Beginning with M, our word, must. Excellent. So we'll draw. Perfect. So on one side of the board we have must. And on the other side of the board we'll have must not. Great, guys. So if we should do something, or our friends, we say must. If we should not do something, or we should say to our friends, must not. And teachers, what you'll need to do now is print off the flashcards for the lesson and make sure all the pictures are cut into individual pieces. Because what we're going to do is we're going to give them to our students. Students will look at the picture and remember from the PowerPoint presentation, is this must or must not? And then we're going to help them draw a sentence underneath to describe the picture. So guys, let's close our eyes. Okay? Close our eyes and let's see who gets the first. Okay, now we can open our eyes. And who has the flashcard? Lakgau, can you show your friends the picture? What can we see here, guys? Remember about litter in the bin. Must not or must? Must. Excellent. So, let's see. Lakgau, can you write for me litter in the bin? Must put litter in the bin. So let's help Lakgau write. L-I-T-T-E-R in the bin. I-N T-H-E-B-I-N. Excellent, that's great. But what we'll do, because we have the word must already, no need to write must again, guys. We can just say our phrase, litter in the bin. Lakgau, one more time. Excellent. High five. Big round of applause for Lakgau. That was great. Well done. So you can see, must put litter in the bin. So now, next, let's see. Okay, let's open our eyes, guys. Now, Pat, come and show us your picture. Let's see what picture Pat has. And let's see. Smoking. Must or must not? Must not. Excellent. So, Pat, you can put your picture there, and then we can say must not, and then smoke. So let's spell smoke together. S-M-O-K. K. That's correct. And then E. Perfect, Pat. So we can say together, must not smoke. One more time, Pat. Must not smoke. That's excellent. High five and a big round of applause for Pat. So far, must put litter in the bin, must not smoke. So teachers, you can see the exercise we're doing in our class here. You can pause the video in your class and play on for around the next 10 minutes or so until all of the flashcards have been used. And remember to use a different student each time and make sure everybody practices speaking. So we'll go next. Let's see. Okay, let's open our eyes, guys. Who has the picture? Nadia. Okay. So Nadia, can you come and show your friends your picture? Now what do we think? Talk. Must or must not? Must. Must. No red sign. So you can see, we put it in the must column, and then let's tell Nadia to write the verb, the action verb, talk. Excellent. T-A-L-K. So all together, guys, must talk. Yes, if we see the red circle with the red line is must not. But this one, must talk. Nadia, that's brilliant. High five. Big round of applause for Nadia. Okay, let's see who's next. Okay, let's open our eyes, guys. Bangpon, come and join me at the front. Come and show your friends your picture. Now remember, guys, remember what I said about the red circle and the red line? That's telling us not to do something. So is this must or must not? What do we think? Must or must not? Must not what? Must not fish. Excellent. So Bangpon, can you put your picture here? And then, how do we spell fish, guys? S-H. So we can write F, I, S, H. And all together, must not fish. Bangpon, can you say must not fish? Excellent. High five. Big round of applause for Bangpon. So a good way of telling if must not is when you see the sign with the red circle and the stripe. This is telling us must not. So let's see who can go next. Let's open our eyes, please, guys. Okay, Prel, next picture is with you. First of all, can you come and show your friends? Okay, so what does this picture tell us, guys? What can you see in the picture? Wash. Exactly. Must or must not? Must. Okay, so Prel, where will you put your picture? In the must column. Excellent. And then we have to write wash your hands. So let's help Prel write wash. W-A-S-H. Your. Y-O-U-R. And hands. Perfect. So all together, must wash your hands. Yes, anytime we eat food, before we eat the food, we must wash your hands. Prel, that was excellent. High five. Big round of applause for Prel. And we've got 2 pictures left. Okay, guys, can we open our eyes? Pak Bung, can you come and join me at the front? I give this one to Pak Bung because I've heard it say it already. So let's look, guys. What do we notice about the sign? Is it red? Does it have the stripe? So what does that mean? Must not. So what do we think this picture is telling us we must not do? Must not talk. Okay? Be quiet or must not talk. This one here, must talk. But this picture is telling us must not talk. So we can write talk again. T-A-L-K. Excellent, Pak Bung. So all together, must not talk. Brilliant. Okay, high five. Big round of applause for Pak Bung. And now we have one more slide. Let's see what one we can use that was not on the PowerPoint. Let's see who can understand this one. Okay, let's open our eyes, guys. Down. Can you bring your sign to the front of class? Now remember to look at the sign again, guys. Tell me what you can see. Is there a red circle? Yes. Yes. So this is telling us must or must not? Must not. So where will we place our picture? Excellent. And then it's telling us no dogs. So we have to write must not bring dogs. And how do we spell bring, guys? B-R. Perfect. B-R-I-N-G. And dogs, D-O-G-S. Perfect, down. So all together, must not bring dogs. Yes, this sign is telling us dogs are not allowed in the area. So if we go to places like this, we must not bring dogs. Down, that was superb. High five. Big round of applause for down. That was excellent, guys. So before we close the exercise, let's practice speaking one more time. Must put litter in the bin. Must talk. Must wash your hands. And if we shouldn't do something, we say must not fish. Must not smoke. Must not bring dogs. Must not talk. Excellent, guys. That was very well done. And now, teachers, it's time for the worksheet part of the lesson. And please notice that for this worksheet activity, there is two separate parts. The first worksheet activity is for our students to complete. There are many exercises. First, they must practice speaking. Then they can colour the word, must. Then trace the word. And finally, write the word by themselves. And then in here, they have to join the different letters to spell the word must. M-U-S-T. Then in here, how many times can they find the word must? And finally, on the first worksheet, they complete the sentence by writing the word must in the correct place. And then it's time for worksheet number 2, which, similar to the PowerPoint exercise, we have our signs and we also have them on the board now. Our students must decide whether to write must or must not to complete the sentences. So for this exercise, we'll give our students around 15 minutes because there's 2 worksheets. And what do we need to do on our worksheets, guys? Write our names on top. Anything you're not sure about, please let me know and I'll explain. So Chu, here's your worksheet for you. Pat, here's yours. You're welcome. And Pak Bung, here's yours. Net, for you. You're welcome. Down, here's yours. Bang Bon, for you. You're welcome. Prel, here's yours.
Thank you.
And let go for you. You're welcome. So the first worksheet, guys, many activities for the word must. First of all, just practice saying it. Must. Then colour, trace, write. And then connect the letters. Anything you're not sure, let me know. And the second worksheet, similar to the PowerPoint and the boards activity, look at the sentences and the signs and decide if we must write must or must not. So let's see. So here we can colour. Colour that in, and then M-U-S-T. Perfect. Now, Ned, can you write yourself here? Must. M-U-S-T. Perfect. So M-U-S-T. Can you draw the line? M-2-S. Perfect. Now, can you find must? M-U-S-T. So here you can. How many times can you find the word must? I think it's there 3 times in the word box. I think I can find it 3 times. Can we find must? M is 1. We have 1. M-U-S-T. And then, how about M-U-S-T? So now we go M-U, and then U to S, S to T, so you can draw the line to connect the correct letters. M-U-S-T. Perfect. Yeah. So how many times can we find must in the word search? No, this one isn't you. But that's correct. Well done, Ned. Must, must, must. Perfect. And then, that's done. You've written your sentence, I must ask my dad if I can go. So once you've done that, onto the second worksheet and decide must or must not. So if you're not sure, guys, look at the signs. See where we've put the signs on the board, and that will tell you if it's must or must not. Okay, you must be quiet.
No.
Yes. And then you can write the word must to complete the sentence. I must ask my dad if I can go. Perfect. Must or must not. So we either say must or must not. So have a look at that sign. So we have must not. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the worksheet activities where they had to complete the first worksheet showing and demonstrating their use of must, and the second worksheet where they have to decide which of the phrases to use. And the 2 phrases from today's lesson, guys, must or must not. And that was a great job, so well done. Big round of applause, guys. And that's the end of today's lesson. So we hope you've enjoyed it, found it interesting, and had some fun too. And we'll see you again soon for the next lesson. So can we turn to wave and say goodbye, guys? Bye-bye. See you again soon.